Welcome back to another episode of the Pokedex Binder series. We are currently on 829 out of 1025, and we are back with an episode that I love, a type of episode that we love, because we are going to be opening up the Shrouded Fable KINGDRA EX Special Illustration Collection, and with that said, we're guaranteed something good, this beautiful KINGDRA EX. Now, I have also got the Greninja EX box as well. We'll open that in a future episode. Lately, Mega Evolutions has been all over the place, so yeah, I'm just buzzing. To be fair, I'm buzzing to get this set anyway, because the KINGDRA is the one I wanted for the Pokedex binder. Okay, so we actually get 3 promos, of course. We've got this beautiful little horsey design. I also love the hollow pattern on this. It looks great with this illustration as well, with the circular kind of bubbles. We also have the KINGDRA as well, so all of these we're going to see if they count towards the Pokedex binder, if they are upgrades or not. And of course, if we pop them to one side and we pick up this absolutely stunning KINGDRA. Now, this promo has gone up in price recently, and I have seen it sort of go a bit too beyond, I say budget. It would have been budget for a card show, but you know, as a singular purchase, not so much. But then I found the boxes in stores for retail, which means we also, of course, get 5 packs of Shrouded Fable, which I am also going to top up just with 1 additional Mega Evolutions, just so that we've got our typical 6-pack episode. But this card is the card I wanted for KINGDRA at the minute. It's kind of, when I say I want it for the binder, it's like currently what my favorite card is for that Pokemon, and this is the one. So let's get this sleeved up and let's get it in the binder. Okay, so let's take a look at the promos. First up is Horsey. We are going to be popping in the Cosmo Holo. There's a lovely little swirl as well at the top up there, just behind the head. So let's swap out this regular common and pop in the upgrade there at number 116. Let's also pop out the common KINGDRA. And of course, pop in the new one. This one also has like a swirl just around about here, which looks really cool. And of course, we will slide in the beautiful KINGDRA there at 230. When I pop cards like this in the binder and how special they are, they look amazing. I mean, the artwork on this one is absolutely stunning, that Japanese style. Beautiful card, and it just makes me just excited to then do the whole rest of the binder as well over time. You know, illustration rares, upgrade commons to higher rarities. It's just so exciting. Anyway, let's go get into the packs. Okay, let's start with Mega Evolution. Let's just get it out of the way. Again, I wanted to top it up with just 1 pack. I've got a couple of Mega Evolutions left over, so we'll see what we can do out here. And then we're going to get into Shrouded Fable, which, to be honest with you, I'm actually really looking forward to opening, because I haven't opened it in forever. We've got the beautiful KINGDRA artwork for Sandshrew, Spearow, Magneton. Love these bold outline illustrations. There's a few of them in this set. Reboot. We then get ourselves a Spiritomb, which I'm not even sure if we have yet in the Pokedex binder. Mega Signal, Celebi. Behind that we get a reverse holo Snova. That should be an upgrade, I believe. Behind that we get ourselves a reverse holo KINGDRA again. Oh, what have we got back here? We've got ourselves a Mega Manectric EX Energy and Code card. That is the first Mega Manectric. That is sick. Again, the EXs in this era are just absolutely beautiful. I say it every single time, but the fact that the colors also match the Pokemon, mwah, beautiful. So of course, if you're following the channel, you'll know a lot of these Megas won't really do too much damage, because we've got the Spearow illustration already, or the art rare, because it's Japanese. And then panning down from there, we picked up both Sandshrews, regular and reverse, and we already have the reverse holo. For Magneton, we already have the absolutely beautiful KINGDRA artwork, so of course this one won't trump it. Celebi, we have the same card but in its reverse holo. Spiritomb is an exact dupe. Panning across from there, we can though upgrade Snova to the reverse holo. Reboot, we already have a art rare in its place, absolutely beautiful card. And then let's go ahead and pop the Mega Manectric in, so we'll swap out the reverse holo and pop in the Mega in its place. I am sort of encouraging the idea and getting on board with popping the Megas in the Pokedex binder for now, and then sort of once the Mega generation has maybe moved on slightly, we'll probably swap them out for regular versions, because they are technically like variation forms. then you need to go technically in my Mega Binder, which has all of the Mega Evolutions sort of collected together. So with Mega Evolutions actually coming through for us, we've guaranteed ourselves another little hit. And we can now get into Shrouded Fable, a set that still has so much value for me in the Pokedex Binder series, because there are Pokemon in here that are not currently in like rotation of prints. Monkey Dory illustration rare, for example. I also need the Horsey illustration rare from this set as well. I'd also like the Fracture, as well as the Pheasantipity as well. So let's just get into it and let's start ripping. So to me, this set, you know, the color scheme of it, I think, and I don't know why, and maybe people agree with me or they disagree, I think it's one of the best looking sets in terms of artwork. There's something about the sort of purple, pink and green color scheme that just looks so good. You may or may not disagree. Persian. Dusclops. Oh yes, Routlet. This is one of the common cards that I wanted to get. I also want to get the reverse holo. I want this in the binder. I just think the artwork is so cool. Front and center, that sort of symmetrical kind of vibe to the artwork. That's perfect. Galvantula. Hourglass, Iron Moth, and that is again a Shinji Kanda artwork. We have got both of this reverse holo version already done. If you don't already know, I'm collecting Shinji Kanda artworks. We've got the Hypno reverse holo. Behind that we get an Axew reverse holo. It's fun seeing these reverse holos as well, compared to what the new Mega Evolutions are. And we get an absolutely beautiful Dusk Noir. Look how cool that artwork is. That's so sick. I always love cards like this because I just in my head imagine what that would look like as a full art. Your Energy, which can be holo in this generation, and this one is. We got a holo Darkness Energy, and then your code card. So first up, we've got a Golbat, and we've already got a reverse holo Team Rocket. Persian, we already have the art rare from Shrouded Fable, but the Japanese version. I can't remember the name of the set that comes in, but that is the artwork for Persian in Shrouded Fable if you get the illustration rare. Hypno is actually an exact dupe, the reverse holo from Shrouded Fable. Dusclops, we have the illustration line, which is also from Shrouded Fable. That's the Japanese version. And that comes with the Duskull, the Dusclops, and the Dusk Noir, which we have obviously just packed. So of course, we're going to be keeping the whole illustration line. Axew is from Gen 5, which we've completely filled in, and that is the Shrouded Fable reverse holo. So we've still got quite a few of those in the binder. If we pan across, Galvantula we already have, and it's now with the art rare from Black Bolt or White Flare. Now Rowlet, I love the artwork for, and we do have a Kamiya artwork in here already. Now I do already have this in my artist binder already, so it's not like I need to get it out. So I will actually leave it in, even though I love this artwork on this one. I am going to leave in the Kamiya artwork. I'd rather have a binder full of all the artists that I collect if there are, you know, no other cards for them. And Iron Moth, it is a Shinji Kanda artwork. I love it, but we do have an Iron Moth art rare in its place. Come on, let's get ourselves a little illustration rare. That would be lovely to go with this. And like I said, I've got the Greninja box that I'm going to be opening up at some point as well in the future. So yeah, we've got some nice goodies to be looking forward to for sure from this set. We then get the Seadra, and that is the standard version. Oh, lovely little Eevee. Some of these artworks are already like, you know, remind me of like literally starting this entire journey on the channel. We get a Urat Suka artwork for the Stuffle. Already got that one in the binder. Wow, that Malma. That artwork is sick. It's like coming through the darkness into the light. That is so cool. I've never seen that artwork before. That is sick. I'll have to check out that artist and see if they've done any more. Jinine's Secret Art. Decidueye. We've now got the GX in the binder, so that won't go in. We then get the Iron Moth Shinji Kanda reverse holo, so we've got double ups of this now. Behind that, we get ourselves a Slitherwing reverse holo, and that is also a Shinji Kanda, and I don't think I've got the reverse holo, so we'll take that. And then at the very back, we get ourselves a Haxorus, and then your code card and Energy. Eevee is up first, and this is actually one of the first cards I actually ever added to the binder, but since then we've managed to find the Pokeball, or pack the Pokeball, shall I say, from Prismatic Evolution, so that one will be staying in here for now. Krogunk recently got upgraded to the reverse holo from Mega Evolutions. Haxorus, we have a lovely rare holo, shall I say, from Black Bolt, so we'll be leaving that in there because I particularly love the holos on them. Again, I'm really enjoying this artwork. It's absolutely sick, but we do have a very cool trainer gallery in its place already for Malamar. Decidueye, we recently picked up the GX for I believe that was Cardiff card show. Very cool artwork on this one. That is a beautiful card. Stuffle, we actually already have this card in here, but in its reverse form. And Slitherwing, we also already have in the reverse holo with the exact same card already in here. So that, plus these two extra cards that I'm struggling to pick up, are dupes because we've already seen them to some degree in this episode already. So these two also don't make any damage to the Pokedex binder. What's this? Pack number 4, technically, because we had the Mega. Yeah. And I love the fact that, you know, with the Pokedex Binder series, the fact it just goes through every single generation, most of the time, to be honest with you, it does not matter what packs I'm opening, because all of them can count in their own way, because there's Pokemon that I just need illustrations for or just need entries for. Horsey again, very cool artwork again. Very similar to Uratsuka with the kind of bold white outline. It looks so good, makes him stand off the background so much. A Cufant, a Zubat. Night Stretcher. There's obviously quite a lot of items in here, and the actual main sort of highest rarity card in terms of value is actually Earthen Vessel, which is a gold card. It's an item card. Behind that, we get ourselves a Zora reverse holo. Behind that, oh, we've got an illustration rare. Now, which one could this be? Is this Persian? No, it's the Zora again. We've got a double Zora. That is sick. What a beautiful card that is. We're going to have to make a decision in a second in the binder. You'll see in a moment. What a oh, and then we get the Zoroark as well. Wow. We got the full set in that one. Reverse holo, illustration rare, and the evolution in the holo. Regular energy and code card. That is beautiful. This artwork is so dreamy. You can tell it's a Rend card. The illustrator in the bottom left, they've done a few more that you'll be able to see on screen now, like the Furret. And they're just so realistic. They're just beautiful. That is a beautiful card. Okay, so first up from this pack, we've got Zubat, and we already have a Team Rocket reverse holo. Joltik, we already have a reverse holo as well. Cufant is up next, and we already have the art rare in its place from Shrouded Fable, but of course it's them being the Japanese version. These two, you've then seen to some degree already in this episode, so they don't do any damage. The Zoroark, we've already got the full holo for it, and as you can see here, we already have En's Zora in here, and of course we've just picked up the reverse holo, which of course is not going to do any damage, but we do have the illustration rare. Now, I think I prefer this illustration rare than I do the promo. That I can't remember what that was even from, what, ETB Journey Together? But I think I prefer this one, and maybe I'll just swap them around just to simply keep things fresh in the binder and just give us a little switch up. So let's pop that in at 570. Let me know in the comments though, would you have kept this one or would you have kept En's Zora in here? Potentially we'll swap them back around. I will probably keep hold of this anyway, so you know, if I change my mind I can always swap them around. That is brilliant. That's a really great, I'm really happy with this so far. The Mega Manectric, also the illustration rare Zora. We've got some really nice cards to contribute, and of course the KINGDRA as well, like going in. Like, I love these episodes where it just feels like things are really coming together and like the binder takes a step forward. Persian. Dusclops. Rowlet again. Love this artwork, very cool. A Crobat. Pretty sure I got a Crobat, but I'm not entirely sure. Janine's Secret Art. Another Shinji Candy. You can tell how small this set actually is. If I take a look for you, there's actually only 99 cards in this set. So you're going to see a lot of repeats. Stuffle reverse holo, and that is the Uratsuka. Behind that, we've got ourselves another illustration rare. I'm just scrolling back through because I think this might be the Cufant. I think it is the Cufant. It is the Cufant illustration rare. Let's go. And then at the back, we get ourselves another Haxorus Energy and Code card. 2 illustration rares. That is sick. Oh, what beautiful artwork, isn't it? So cartoony, just so fun. And the shine on it makes it look even better. And you start to see all the little dashes in the water, like the speckles in the air, almost like a night sky at some angles, but in other angles, it's like bright summer's day. Awesome. So first up is Crobat. We have an exact dupe. And then we skip over all of these cards because we've again seen them to some degree in this episode already, so they won't do any other changes to the binder. And then Cufant, we've got the Japanese art rare, which we're then going to be swapping for the English illustration rare. So yeah, language change, but we did already have the card, so either way I'd quite like to get them all with the actual English versions at some point potentially, and it almost looks like there's a bit of a colour shift between the two of them. There's definitely a little bit of colour change, the English of course being potentially a little bit lighter, and the Japanese one there being a bit more sort of boosted with the contrast. That's very interesting. I've never seen two cards of the same card illustration look quite so different, but that's potentially the Japanese. You know, a lot of people say that the Japanese ones are higher quality to a degree, but there's nothing different about the quality. It's just the colours that have been used. Either way, we'll pop this one in. Well, I hope you've been enjoying this episode. We're on our last pack, and then we're going to do a little recap at the end as always. If you're enjoying the Pokédex Binder series, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on weekly videos, buyer POVs, pack openings, everything we can do to contribute towards the Pokédex Binder. Let's flip this over. Another Horsey again. Another Qfant. Zubat. Eevee. Love this artwork. Very cool. Hypno. Decidueye. Behind that we get ourselves a Chloris Tenacity. Yeah. Night Stretcher Reverse Holo. Behind that we get ourselves a rare reverse holo, and that is the Blood Moon Ursaluna. Very cool. And then behind that we get ourselves another Zoroark energy and code card. So from our final pack, Blood Moon Ursaluna goes in. It is a variation form, I believe, but either way it can go in the binder for now. And then every other card from this pack, we've already seen to some degree already. That's the thing with Shrouded Fable being such a small set. Sometimes you're just going to get these types of episodes. But let's see what damage we actually did to the Pokédex Binder. So we end this episode on 830. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Pokédex Binder series. Make sure to subscribe, hit the join button, like, comment, whatever you want to do to show your support. And I'll see you in the next one.